Hello, my name is Indy and today I'm going to be doing a book review on Magisterium, The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. Now my initial thoughts for this book were that I was going to enjoy it. I could tell from the start because it has Cassandra Clare and Holly Black and they're both amazing authors, and I don't know, I thought this was sort of like a Silent Brother sort of thing on the top, so I was excited to see if some sort of stuff like that would come into play. I wasn't really sure. I was also a little unsure because it's a middle grade book, so you know, for a bit younger readers, and I know that they're about 12 years old in this book, so I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to like it after reading YA for such a long amount of time. Now before I start getting into the spoilery chats about this book, I want to clear up, I'm sure everyone has said this about it when they've read the book, that people are comparing it to Harry Potter. Now I would have never have thought of that if no one had ever said anything, and since they did, I can see some similarities why people think that, because they're 12 years old and Harry Potter was 11 and he's going to a magic school. But I didn't really see that, like, I didn't feel it at all. Like, it's a completely different story, completely separate. I didn't even think of Harry Potter really. It's only the title that makes you think of it because, like, you know, 2 boys, 1 girl type of thing. But, like, it's not like that. That's not, the story's not set up like that where Cal is, like, the one. That's not how the book goes. I don't know if I should have not said that, but not Harry Potter. That's what we're gonna say. Not Harry Potter, like, at all. So with that said, let's get into the spoilery discussion. So I really enjoyed this book, and it starts off with Cal, who is a 12-year-old boy, and he is going for a test at the Magisterium school. Now his father was a part of it. We find out he went to the school himself. One of the was he lost his mother, and so his father didn't want Cal to go to the Magisterium school. He believed it was evil and he just didn't want Cal to go. So he goes to the test and of course he gets in, doesn't he? So he fails at failing the test and he gets in with one of the best masters that we see there, Master Rufus, and he goes with Aaron and Tamara. Now I thought Tamara was her name, but it's actually Tamara, so it's said, and Cassandra Clare has actually said it like that. So I was totally wrong until I watched a few reviews of what other people were saying about it and they kept saying Tamara, and I was like, okay, so now I'm gonna have to try and change that, but I think it's already sunk into the mind. I'm just gonna keep saying Tamara, probably. Now I didn't really get into this book at the start. I'm not sure if that was my own fault or if it was just, I think I had a bit of a slow starting to get into it. It was a lot of world building on, you know, how the school runs and the different things. And I liked that they set up some parts of the next couple books because this is going to be a 5-book series and this is the Iron Trial. So he's an iron year and the next one is like copper, bronze, gold, silver are the next 5 years. So I feel like we're going to see the progression throughout those 5 books of those years. That's if it doesn't go like crazy and it's just blown apart and it's just like war at some point during there. That's probably what's gonna happen, but we'll not speculate too much. So as the starting goes, he's learning to use his magic powers and he's bonding slowly with the people. He's sort of not a very likable character in the beginning. He grows on you throughout the book. But I didn't really like him at the start. He was sort of just a bit like moody and he was a bit like, I don't know, he was on the defensive side with jokes and stuff like that. So he wasn't too likable in the beginning, and same with the other characters. They sort of grew on you, you found more about them and they expanded, and it was quite good. It was like there was a nice range of characters there. Some we don't really know about yet, but they may come more into play. We find out he's a bit of a rebel. He goes into Master Rufus's office, that's his instructor, and he talks to his dad when he's like starts off there and he meets an elemental. Okay, it's this lizard thing that tries to get himself free and he's like, I'll lead you back to your room, because Cal didn't know how to get back to his room. And so he's trying to give him ridiculous names. What should I name you? Stonehead? Fireback, he suggested, standing pretending he wasn't freaking out. Fish face? Lizard ignored him. Warren? That's how his name became. Warren the Lizard. Along with his weird lizard thing, he also, when they go out to find Drew, one of the boys in his class that has gone missing, he finds a chaos-ridden puppy little wolf thing, and he also takes that into the Magisterium. So, like, I don't know what it is. He has some, like, weird, like, affliction to having pets, obviously. So he's named that one Havoc. I guess that's, like, quite appropriately named. So he also has a lizard and a wolf kind of thing, although the lizard is a bit meh. But yeah, he has some serious like animal issues. Now towards the end of the book it gets quite intense, so much stuff is revealed that is going to set up the other books. So we find out one of his friends of his 3 in his group, Aaron, is actually the marker. Okay, so I need to explain what that is. So the people that started the Mage War is the enemy, and they have some guy who is a marker, which is who can control chaos. And I will read you the 5 little things that set up, that keep showing up in this, and it explains sort of what's happening. It says fire wants to burn, water wants to flow, air wants to rise, earth wants to bind, and chaos wants to devour. So the marker can control chaos, magic, and so that's what we find Aaron is, that he is on the good side, so they have sort of a counterbalance that they can go against the enemy a bit now because he can also control that, which is exciting. And I was surprised that it wasn't going to be Cal, because you feel like that because he's like the main character. You feel like you're going to know it's going to be him, or that he was going to be something special because he's the main character, and that's just what usually happens. But it was so interesting that it really wasn't him. So next thing we know, we are taking the stupid dog out for a walk outside the Magisterium. Yeah, smart idea, I know. And so Aaron gets taken by Drew, which I mentioned before. He went to run away from the Magisterium because he was claiming that his master was being really mean to him and stuff, which he actually got him fired. So he tried to run away and he came back. But he found out that he's actually evil. He is on the enemy's side, and he took Aaron while the others were trying to leave the Magisterium as well. So in the end we find out that Aaron is the wielder of the ability to use chaos magic, and we find out that Cal is... oh, it's really hard to explain. It's a bit confusing to explain, but it was easy enough to read in the book. So the person who started the war was this guy named Constantine Madden, and he could wield the power of chaos or something, or oh, I don't even know. He's some evil guy, alright, inside him who is evil and is the enemy of the marker, which is Aaron. So basically that's sort of it, and that's all I really want to say about it. I don't want to go into too much detail and give too much away. Overall, it was a really great book. I gave it 3.5 stars on the Goodreads, because I didn't really love it. I think that was my own fault because I was coming out of such a great book and I wasn't too immersed in the starting of it, and the starting was a bit slow. But no, I'm really excited to see where this series goes over the next 4 books. I think it's going to be a really good series. So you should definitely read it, I think, if you like magic and Cassandra, Clare and Holly Black's writing, and it was good. It was good. Thank you so much for watching my review on Magisterium the Iron Trial. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more book reviews. This is now how I'm going to end all book reviews, because I started it with my last one and it's gonna carry on. See you next time. Bye!